the lines are long, right? The lines are very long, but what they do is they don't make you just stand there bored as shit.
Yep.
Right? So in the comment box, let me know when you sign a client on, what is the typical lead time? Meaning somebody says, yes, I'm ready to go. You put them on the schedule. How long is that turnaround time usually? Is it a couple weeks? Is it a couple months? How long is that client from the time that they say yes, they're so excited that they want to move forward with you, and you go, great, I can't wait to start this project and change your life in 4 months. So how long, in the comment box, how long is your lead time? 3 weeks. All right, so Greg's is a fast lead time. 2 weeks, 1 week. So for you guys, what you're saying is from the time that somebody says yes to you to the time that you're actually on site doing the work, it's pretty quick. Travis Forsman, varies, but some people are 2 or 3 months out. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Contract signed, immediate email discussing next steps. So Michael, that's great about the next steps. How long before you're actually in their house updating it?
So, I mean,
3 weeks, a month, can be weeks, can be months, 8 to 12 weeks,
even think about this too.
1.5 weeks.
If it came down to when the project was completed, from like when you got on the phone with them and they said, hey, let's hop on the schedule, to when the project got completed, because I'm so thankful right now that when we get into this house, we don't have to worry about getting our kitchen remodeled and that kind of stuff, because I know it sounds pretty silly right now from my perspective, but the idea of not having a kitchen for several 4, 6, 8 weeks, thinking about that right now sounds daunting. Like, I know it's part of a reality, but if I signed up today, hey, March 1st, I want to go forward with the kitchen. You tell me I can't hop on my, your calendar and you can't start work until, I don't know, April 15th, but I'm still not going to get my kitchen taken care of and actually finished for a certain time. So there is quite a bit of lead time with that as well.
Yeah, Todd said 3 months in the summer. So that's somebody that you got all excited, you got them moving forward, and then you got to wait. So what they do at these places is they entertain you during the process, right? So what we're doing is whatever the ride is that we're on, you don't just stand in a boring line. They have, it's like a movie set. So like one of the rides was, it was a Harry Potter one, and you're like in like the bank, like going around like the bank vault on the actual ride. Well, the waiting area is like the exact replica of the bank in the movie. And they have these like animatronic goblins that work it and stuff. So it's like, or they have TV screens where somebody pops in and like talks to you like a character from the movie. So what they're doing is during that buildup, we're all excited. We can't wait for the ride, but the wait time's 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. They are entertaining you the entire time. So you're not there frustrated, you're there enjoying it. So for you guys, think about that in your own world. If you have these months on end lead times, what can you do in the meantime that keeps them excited for the project? Because you spent all that time and all that energy and all that money to get them as a client, get them excited, and then now they got to sit there and wait. What can they do? Yeah, Anthony said mind the gap. How can we keep them engaged and excited during that period so they're constantly looking forward to having you there, not get all excited and then great, see you in 3 months. The second thing that stood out to me that I loved was when you ride these rides, every single ride, it's not just a roller coaster. It is part of a story. Now, in the comment box, when you're on these rides and there's part of a story, who you think, who do you think they make the hero of the story?
And I'm going to reiterate that because, like I said, I know my internet's a little funky, but pretty much what I heard you say was when you're on those rides, right? You're not just on a ride. You're not just like, at Six Flags or whatever it may be, where you're just on a roller coaster that just has maybe not much of a theme, but there's actually a story tied to the roller coaster. And I guess your question was, you said, who is the what?
Who is the hero of
Okay.
that ride, or of the ride? And everybody said the rider, you, the rider, the rider. Yes. So what happens is when you're on it, essentially the characters are helping you, right? The characters along the ride are helping you, but you're the hero. not the ride, not Universal Studios. You are the hero, and you know that. And they reiterate it because when you pull back into the station, all the workers clap for you and say, you did it, great job, thanks for saving the day, stuff like that. So you feel like what you just did on that ride, you saved the day. And if you're a kid, you especially save the day. Jake said it's like naming the character in a video game after yourself. Exactly that. Like when you create your avatar in a video game and you create one that's just like you, like Chris would create one that's like 4'8", looks like a kid that's borrowing his dad's suit to go to church. You know, like we call it little Chris. So you're essentially, you're the hero here, but the whole place, they make you feel like great. So how do you, in your own world, when somebody moves forward with you or when they finish the kitchen, do you walk away and say, I hope you enjoy the kitchen that I built for you? You know, please tell them, refer me to everybody. Or do you hype them up somehow and say, like you're the one that's about to make memories in here?
You make them the hero.
Bit.
You make them the hero.
How can you make them the hero when you walk away from their project? And I know we've talked about this a lot on the websites and stuff like that, but to actually do it in person, if you can essentially congratulate them on that, you're golden. And then the last piece was they charge for everything. All right, and let me explain why this was so important. They have a fast pass, right? A fast pass for an express line is essentially.
Ask that question because that blew my mind when I was texting you.
Let me ask you guys this. So here's what I bought. It's for one person. I bought one ticket. Well, I bought two, but just for the sake of this, I bought a ticket to both parks. There's two parks there, and you could do both parks in a day. And I also bought a fast pass that you get to ride each ride or use the fast pass one time in each park. What do you think that costs?
It's one time?
It was one. Yeah. So if I wanted to ride the same ride, I could, but I couldn't use the express line again. I had to go in the long line. What do you guys think that costs? Both parks and one express pass per ride in both parks. What do you think that costs for one person? And it was for one day. Jason said, I'll never go without a fast pass, $200. What else we got? Anthony said 500, 400.
And just so everybody knows, I guessed 250. I thought
500.
I thought I was trying to guess high and guess
400. The answer is $433. And I'm with Jason, right? I want the fast pass because when you go there, you have two options. Either you can get the fast pass and you can wait max 15 minutes, or you can wait an hour and a half. It's up to you.
That's crazy.
One of the things about this is we look at money, especially if we don't come from money, we look at money as an evil. Oh, people who want money, they just want flash. They just want to buy nice cars or fancy suits. But in reality, we use money to make life easier, more enjoyable. Right? We don't need to feel like Ebenezer Scrooge when you try to charge more money, because you're not going, if you want to go out and buy a Lambo, that's cool. But for most of us that are on this call, we're probably doing it just to make life a little bit easier. Right? I use my money to get a fast pass. I hire a chiropractor that once a week pulls in the parking lot and adjusts me because I get back pain a lot. So I'm not using it to go out and like stunt. I'm using it to like that, Chris?
I think it was really funny when that day I walked into the office and you're legit laying on the ground. I was like, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Yeah. But like it's out here to adjust my back. So it's the convenience factor. Exactly. So that's what the money aspect, gets you. But at Universal, they charge for everything. Fast pass. There's like water rides. And if you go on a water ride and you walk away from the water ride, guess what? You're soaking wet. And you can either walk around the rest of the day, or air blowers that blow down on you.
Say that again. It cut out. I apologize.
I think it's cutting out for you. But what it's doing, are you guys hearing me okay? Is it cutting out in general, or is it only cutting out for Chris? And essentially what's happened with these air dryers that blow down is you got to pay $5 to do it. So everything costs money. But on top of that, when everything costs money and they make $5 here, $5 there, they can hire better actors. they can hire people. Oh, it says us as well. It's cutting in and out. Yeah, sorry about that. So they can hire people to help out for everything. So when you make more money, you can get the experience better for everybody. So it's not just it's not just like a one-time thing, or I'm sorry, I've been reading the comments that are cutting out. It's not just like you're doing this as a money grab. You're doing it to try to get people on your team that can help make the customer experience that much better. Does that make sense for everybody?